Okay guys, I'm here today with Josh Barnett, the huge legend, huge honor for me. And guys, Josh just shot an entire instructional all about arm locks. And today he's gonna share something here with us. And I'm super excited to learn.
Yeah, we're covering 3 different types of arm locks that are very basic to really every grappling style. But I'm doing this, of course, from the catch perspective.
Yep.
We're doing what's called the Fujiwara arm lock, named after Yoshiaki Fujiwara, but if you do judo, they call it wakigatame.
Yep.
We're doing the top wrist lock, which is often known as Americana or even key lock. And then we're doing the straight arm lock, which I think that's pretty common across all grappling styles. Yep. They call it the straight arm lock. So what I thought would be kind of interesting to show you today, because look, you're a very well-traveled man when it comes to grappling of any sort. So I always want to try and think of something that, you know what, I want Bernardo to go, that's pretty cool. So you've had a ton of people try and top wrist lock you before, I'm sure. I've got a great little counter for, or addition for when they start locking their hands. All right. See, I let him pick which side it is because I saw what they pulled out of his elbows. So it's real common to come here, you're going for this hold, and they lock their hands up, right? So go ahead and lock your hands together, Bernardo. Right, so I can't get this thing finished. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to, what I say, slip this top arm and go all the way across. And I know some of you have probably seen this from the Kimura double wrist lock position, but you can do this also from this top wrist lock position. And shoot that arm past, and I want my elbow to rest on Bernardo's wrist. This is gonna reach down and grab tight on my tricep.
That's insane.
And now, the other thing is,
breaks the forearm. I've already felt it.
I don't want my arm flat, like I'm always saying, bone to bone, like Billy says and Fujiwara says, bone to bone. So as I'm locking this in, Bernardo's got his hands locked, I'm reaching down, and I'm turning that bone out. Ah.
Oh my God.
Now the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to squeeze my elbows together, squeeze my hands, and drive forward.
Oh my God.
The second thing I'll do is once I get the grip broke is bring
That is crazy.
all of this together and down just like you would
That's
normally
insane.
work to do on your top wrist lock Americana.
So you know, the regular wrist lock hurts the wrist, right?
Yes.
This one, you're almost like breaking my forearm.
Yeah, short arm scissor they call it. And what's funny is you're familiar, I'm sure people know this Barato plata that's going on, right?
Yep.
That's basically the key lock.
Okay.
In catch and in pro wrestling, that was called the key lock, and it's also called the short arm scissor.
Yep.
Because I have the arm locked up, right? Here.
Yep.
And then you insert the key.
Yep.
And you turn it. So it's putting a lot of pressure on the meat here and on the forearm bones. Well, this is a very similar setup, just from a different position.
Yep.
Instead of having my leg trapping it, it's my arm. So it's very similar in the same way.
Yep.
That's why I also need my elbow to be low on this wrist so I have lots of leverage to press against it. And if I can't get you to tap here,
Oh my
if
God.
your hands are locked, now I've got my whole upper body here that I can try and pull this together and bring it
That is crazy.
apart. Well, I'm trying to be nice, but I'm always so heavy, you know, pressing and crushing
right
on my
on the diaphragm.
Look, if you ever had to wrestle anyone like Bernardo, 1, good luck. But 2, you would need every opportunity and advantage you could find. The only way I could think of to ever have a chance of beating someone like this is I'd have to find ways to continually crush and make him tired, because when people at this level are fresh, they're hell on wheels. And it's the same for all those people that we see on the mat when we're competing at the highest level. So you always got to find a way to get that little extra out of them. So even while you're applying your submission, you want to be using that pressure to help get that extra work. Because, man, getting one submission on the first try, pretty tough. You're going to need some time.
But if you make them tired, then...
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh, Josh, so just for like the jiu-jitsu guys here, so can you say that this is pretty much like what they call like the barato plata, but using your arms
I guess
instead
so.
of the legs?
Yeah, I guess so. I guess it's very similar to a barato plata, but with your arms.
Instead of the legs.
Instead of the legs, yeah. Very similar in that design. It's not quite a bicep slicer, but it does have some similarities in that
the
bone
pain
is
was in the
driving
same
through.
place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you'll get someone locking their hands up, you can slip that by and really capture that arm, start torching the ever-living crap out of it, really putting some stress on it until you can break that lock. You're using that weight to crush your opponent, and then you can maybe get that shoulder lock, or potentially, I hope it doesn't have to come to this, snap someone's arm.
That's awesome. No, I've never seen that in my entire career.
Yeah.
And the pain was, I'm never going to forget, I promise.
Well, see, I succeed every time I do something, and Bernardo's like, whoa, all right, that's cool. Then you know, it's made my day.
No, you really did. So guys, Josh just shot this entire instructional all about arm locks, as he explained, like 3 different type of segments. So make sure to check that out at BJJ Fanatics. He's this like huge monster here, but he's an amazing instructor. And I'm sure you guys will be able to learn a lot of stuff. And I love the way he teaches, because it's very unique. And it's like the catch wrestling stuff that works for grappling as well. So if you're a grappler, it's a great opportunity for you to grab the catch wrestling stuff.
Adjust to whatever the rule set you're competing in. Just like, you know, if you're different belts in IBJJF, you can't all use the same techniques. Or if you're doing no-gi competitions or whatever the case may be, grappling is grappling.
You were the proof of that, because like you're the catch wrestler who did very well in MMA, who jumped on Jiu-Jitsu tournaments, IBJJF, and won, and then jumped on grappling tournaments and tapped ADCC champions. Yeah. And even with gi, we know like how well you have done on the tournaments. And we were just talking about the match you had with Romulo, about how that was one of the most historical Jiu-Jitsu matches. So
you know, it's always good to be able to get a chance to be able to compete against the best in the world. And if you're holding yourself back or really putting it in such a way that you won't compete outside of your comfort zone, you're going to miss that opportunity. And you know, Romulo is an amazing competitor, and I got to compete against Otavio Sosa and all kinds of great guys. And you only get that when you're willing to go out there and go and step on the mats.
No, I agree. Yeah, so guys, make sure to check it out at bjjfanatics.com, his newest instructional video, and maybe by the time you're watching, it's already there. So thank you.
Thanks, Bernardo.
Please help me out to grow my YouTube channel. Just click subscribe. And to watch more videos, just click under see more videos. I hope you enjoyed.
BJJFanatics.com. Use the promo code YouTubeFaria to get 10% off any instructional video. Improve your jiu-jitsu faster.